don't you want to tune in and align with the highest version of yourself? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, my name is Sophie, and on this channel I talk about manifestation and spiritual growth, self-development, and just making manifestation and creating your life fun. If you're interested in one-on-one coaching with me, I have a link down below, and if you haven't already subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any updates. So I just wanted to make a really quick video about a message of self-love. And the reason I'm making this video is because I've been experiencing this a lot in my own life the past week. And I just kind of realized that self-love is not just doing things that feel good. Of course, it's that is encapsulated in self-love. But self-love is also allowing yourself to feel the emotions that come up for you, whatever it may be, and not judging yourself. Just allowing the emotion to be there, honoring the emotion, allowing it to come up, and just saying, okay, the emotion is here, but I'm still gonna love myself. I'm still gonna allow myself to feel this way. Like, if you think about if you were speaking to a young child, you wouldn't tell them to stop feeling that way. You would say, it's okay that you're feeling this way. I'm here, I love you, I'm with you. So you can start speaking like that to yourself, like you would to a small child that you love, you know? Like, it's okay that you're feeling this way. You're human and it's normal. And these emotions always have something to teach us. So why is it here? What is this emotion here for? What is it here to teach me? What can I learn from it? And not only is this like an act of self-love, but it's also a huge act of releasing resistance, which really helps when it comes to manifesting whatever it is that you want in your life, because you're not trying so hard. What we resist persists. So if you're really trying so hard to kind of not feel something, you're actually pushing against it, and you're creating like a huge ball of resistance around yourself, and you're actually holding yourself back. Whereas if you just allow those feelings to come, they go through you. And it's actually funny because if you allow them to go through you, they pass so much quicker. Like literally, if you sit down and say, okay, what am I feeling? What does it feel like in my body right now? Allow it to come up, breathe into it. Wherever that point is in your body, breathe into it, be present with it, and it suddenly passes by and it's gone. And then you have created all this wonderful space then for the joy and the happiness and the love to come in, because you've cleared out those negative lower emotions, because the emotions only came up to be heard. Something needed to be addressed that you have been suppressing, and you have been like carrying that around in your body. Whereas if you just let it up and pass through, then it's gone. So I noticed that recently when I've been doing a lot of journaling, and I realized that I was like tense on certain topics, or I was like trying not to feel a certain way about something because I didn't like the way that emotion felt. Well, in reality, if I just stopped for a second, slowed down, stopped and just listened and said, what am I feeling? And then I'll start to realize that I'm clenching up my stomach, or my shoulders are up here, and I'm like, wow. You tune in and release it all, like, wow, I've been holding so much because I'm trying to feel a certain way. Whereas if you just let it out, what is it? Why is it here? Literally, like, you feel your whole body releasing, and it's like things click into place. And the funny part and the best part is that usually, like, it click like that, your manifestation actually comes straight into your life. Like, I've noticed that, like, as soon as I addressed the lower emotions and felt out what I was feeling, I just got caught in torrential rainstorms, so that's why my hair is like this. That I noticed, like, how I was actually feeling. I wrote it out in my journal, felt it out, asked myself the questions like, why am I feeling this way? Is it true? How do I want to feel? When you ask yourself, how do I want to feel? You're immediately shifting your energy onto the desired outcome. So how do I want to feel? And what is it that's stopping me from feeling that now? Right there, as soon as you answer that question, that's your limiting belief. So as soon as you see the limiting belief, then you can kind of shine the light on it, and it's so much easier to change because you're not sucked into it anymore. So yeah, those acts of self-inquiry, looking within, asking yourself what emotions are here, and being willing to feel them is the biggest act of self-love in the whole universe, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you notice how much kinder you start becoming to yourself, because you're creating this habit of just allowing yourself to be as you are. Think about it, it's so much more authentic then. You're making this habit of just being as you are and being okay with that. I mean, that's like the definition of unconditional love, is just allowing whatever comes up. Whatever it is, it's okay. I'm okay with you being here. My love for myself is not dependent on whether it feels good or whether it feels heavy and low. No matter what comes up, I'm gonna love myself anyway. Yeah, so I just really wanted to put that out there because it's been a bit of a game changer for me, and I've noticed that my vibration has raised dramatically, paradoxically, through feeling those negative lower emotions that I actually was resisting feeling. So it's just such a wonderful feeling when you can start to address, and not only that, you actually start to get to know yourself on a deeper level. Like, you know, have you ever asked yourself the question, like, how much do I actually know myself? And like, who is truly me? Like, am I being loyal to this version of myself that is has been subject to conditioning, and I'm now taking that on as my identity? You know, when someone says like, oh, you know, like, oh, I'm a worrier. You know, is that actually true? Of course you're not a worrier. That's not innately, like, intrinsically part of who you are. You weren't born a worrier. That was conditioned into you over time. So are you willing to release that part of yourself? You don't need to be loyal to that old version of yourself. Be willing to let that version of yourself go. Like, don't you want to tune in and align with the highest version of yourself? And you can't do that until you start creating the space, addressing, being willing to look at these parts of yourself, getting to know them, and then release them. That's when everything starts to change. That's when you start to be able to become that highest, happy, loving version of yourself. And you get to start to choose, like, who, this highest version of myself, what is she like? Like, what characteristics does she have? What do I want to choose? What do I want to align with? Because we get to choose who we are. It's just a practice. It's just practice thoughts and beliefs over time. And if we have been conditioned a certain way, then we can condition ourselves. We can do that with repeated thoughts, with meditation, affirmation, scripting, visualization, all those things that I recommend all the time on my channel. That you can just create that version of yourself and then kind of tune in and become that version of yourself when you start to let go and be aware of the old version of yourself that you no longer align with. Because we're always growing and expanding. That's why desires are so wonderful, because it's innately human instinct to have desires. Of course it is. We want to expand our consciousness. We want to evolve. We want to grow. It's just instinctive, basically. So yeah, desires are a beautiful way of growing, you know? So we're always going to be changing, and we're always going to be shifting and shifting and shifting. So it's great to just be able to decide, I'm going to let go of those parts of myself. What do you not want to take forward with you anymore? Just decide to let them go. Like, thank you for serving me. That was wonderful, but I'm now ready to let you go. Yeah, so self-love, just a quick word of self-love I wanted to share with you guys, because it's helped me immensely in the past couple of weeks, and I hope that it can help you too. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you, and until then, I guess I'll see you guys on the next video. I love you so much.